When I was younger, me and my brothers used to develop art all the time, whether it be drawing our favourite Pokemon or drawing our favourite cars, as we say. I didn't always want to be a car designer. I wanted to be an automotive journalist, which is a person who reviews the latest cars and gives their opinion whether they're good or not. But that means doing a journalism degree, and I'm not great at English, so I thought I'd take the art route instead. So I just added a bit more light. I just add in rough outline of the wing mirror, and I always think that the wing mirrors look massive, in fact, when you draw them on a piece of paper. But you've got to remember that people have to see through them. My love for cars came from watching TV shows like Top Gear and Fifth Gear with my dad, because he's into his motorbikes, and I guess that's where the automotive thing came from as well. When I look at a car, I see a work of art. Some people might say, oh, it's just a mode of transport for getting around. But you can't really compare something like a Ford Fiesta or a Mini, for example, to a Ferrari. My OCD began probably around age 7 when the swine flu thing was going on in primary school, because I remember our headmistress always used to go on in every assembly when it was happening and saying, wash your hands, make sure there's no germs, blah, blah, blah. When I lived all together as our family before my parents separated, we used to live near these woods that I would always used to go and walk around just to get out in the fresh air and calm down, try and reduce my stress levels. I say I had eczema in high school, but it was more of a facade to cover up the OCD. It was just because if somebody knew that I'd had a mental illness back in them days when people were immature and that, I feel like they'd just take the mick, for lack of a better word. In some way, my OCD has affected my art. For example, when we're designing cars, we're constantly either touching tyres that have been on the floor, like getting oil on your hands, getting down on the floor to work underneath a car. I enjoyed it because it's what I like to do, but there was always that thing in the back of my head saying, oh God, this is just filthy, and I was there like. Therapy was basically, I used to get dragged out of a few lessons, well, not dragged out, but taken out of a few lessons to go to the high school counsellor. Basically, we just talked over what had gone on that week about my mental illness. What I do to combat my OCD, I think it's just willpower, to be honest. How am I even meant to have a proper life if I can't do things that normal people can do? I was prescribed sertraline, a tablet that combats anxiety. I did take it, but I just didn't think it was doing anything. I feel like everybody has a bit of OCD, whether it be checking if you've turned the oven off or making sure your handbrake's on in your car. I think everybody just has a bit of it. You're just drawing and hoping for the best. I feel like when it comes to my OCD, my passion for what I want to do outweighs the OCD, because I'm not going to let something as trivial as this get in the way of what I want to do in my life.
That's about it done.